Hello, hello, it's Meg, and today I want to share with you guys the gear that I use as a beginner YouTuber. As a beginner, I really didn't want to spend that much money on my kit because I honestly just wanted to start shooting videos and just start editing and, get into the hang of things. And I recommend that for anyone who's starting out or thinking of starting, to just start with whatever you have. And so for me, I really did start with what I have, and I'll be sharing a little bit of the upgrades I've made, but I haven't upgraded that much, so I think this might be a good starting point for anyone who's thinking of starting a YouTube video. So let's get into it. So let's talk about the elephant in the room, which is cameras. I actually can't show you the camera I'm using because I'm using it to shoot right now, but I'm just using an iPhone X on the 4K setting. Again, really start with what you have. There's no point in you buying a fancy new camera just to start your YouTube, because really smartphones have really evolved in the last, couple of years to be so amazing. Especially if you have like one of the newer iPhones, like 11 and up, those cameras are really nice. And you have options with like the super wide lens and, all of that stuff. So why do you need to buy a new camera? Just start with your iPhone, put it on 4K, and you'll have crisp video. One issue that I had about starting on my iPhone was the storage issue. But I had a bit of a lucky workaround in terms of storage, because I actually have two iPhones, one that's actually my phone and one that I'm shooting on right now. And so one is just dedicated to taking YouTube videos, and so there's no apps, no contacts, no nothing on this device except for videos that I'm shooting. So the storage problem is not that much of an issue, but if you are a normal person and just have one phone, then just use that and just make sure to upload your videos to your computer, or move them to, like a cloud service or an external hard drive every single time you shoot, so that the storage doesn't get eaten up by all the videos that you're shooting. That's just my tip for you guys. But if you have like an old phone lying around, use that. Like, why not? Just have two iPhones, For lighting, I like to think I have pretty good lighting in my video, and that's because I have a gigantic south-facing window in my room. I'm not gonna show you guys what it looks like. I don't want you guys to know where I live and stuff like that, but I got really lucky because the dorm system, it's very random what room you get, and south-facing windows are literally the best kind of windows for YouTubers, so really got lucky there, really lucky. But if you don't have a nice window or a nice south-facing window and you only get light during, odd times of the day where you're not around to shoot videos, then I recommend getting an external light. And I actually have an external light that I bought with my tripod from Ulanzi. Let me show you. So this is the light I got from Ulanzi. It's the VL49. It comes with this tripod that I bought that I'll be introducing in a little bit. But since we're talking about lighting, I want to show you guys how powerful this is. It's quite small and compact, but it does get pretty bright. This is the max brightness, and like as you can see, it really lights up my face. Even though I'm like facing a window, it really adds like a nice, glow. And so I use this sometimes when I'm shooting at night or when I don't have natural lighting. And it's been really good. It's a little bit blinding to like look directly at, so don't look directly at it. But yeah, this is how bright it gets. And there's 4 options in terms of how bright it is. And so you have a lot of control over this, and it has a cold shoe mount, so you can attach it to any of your tripods. It's great. I like it. The one issue I do have with this is that it's very direct in terms of the lighting, and so if you're trying to get a natural look, it's not very diffused, so it looks a little bit harsh. So that's something I have to work around sometimes by putting it a little bit further and putting it on high brightness, stuff like that. So there's a little bit of adjusting you have to do, but for the money that I paid for it, it's very useful and very good at its job, so highly recommend. Now let's talk about audio. I actually just use the built-in microphone in the iPhone, and you can probably tell in my videos because there is a little bit of echoiness. My audio is not the best just because I use, the internal microphone, but as long as I'm shooting inside, which I usually am, and there's not wind or like outside noise coming in, it works pretty well. Like it isolates my voice pretty well, I think, because it's pretty quiet all around. But when I'm shooting outside, it does catch a lot of like the wind and like the traffic noise and stuff like that. So if you're an outdoor vlogger, I recommend getting an external mic. But for someone like me who's not really out and about vlogging that much, and more about setting up the shot in my room and stuff like that, then your external or built-in microphone rather is perfect the way that it is. But I do want to invest in a good microphone eventually. This is one of the parts that I recommend you invest in kind of early on, because 50% of your video is audio, and someone might sit through grainy footage, but you really won't sit through bad audio because it's really uncomfortable. So that's somewhere that I really want to invest in next. But for now, the iPhone works. Now let's talk about the fun part, tripods. I'm very excited about this because I really like this subject, and I actually have 3 tripods, which might seem excessive, as I said that I don't really want to spend that much money on my YouTube setup, but I really think tripods make your life so much easier. The trade-off for what you pay and the convenience that you gain from it is totally worth it, in my opinion. And I have 3 tripods, but they all serve a different purpose. And so let me go through them one by one. The first one is the tripod that I showed earlier. This is the Lanzi smartphone vlogging kit mini tripod. It's a plastic tripod with a plastic mount. It's very easy to mount your phone on this, which is very nice, and it works as a selfie stick as well. It extends like this. I don't know how far it extends. This is as far as it extends. I don't know how many centimeters that is, maybe like 15. But yeah, it's very nice. There's a, what is it called? There's like the knob looking head. I don't know if that's the official term for it, but the knob looking thing that allows you to kind of move your mount, So if you want to do vertical videos, you can do it like this. Have your phone like this, do vertical or horizontal, which is mostly what I do because I do YouTube videos. And this part, bottom part, can work as a grip, but it is also a tripod. And it's actually very nice. It's very balanced. You would think that because it's plastic and light that it would blow away or like be unstable, but it's actually quite stable. And I recommend it for anyone who's just starting out, who wants a small, cheap tripod and a lighting kit. The vlogging kit comes with the lighting as well, which, you can mount here, like so. And there you have it. You just have like a nice vlogging, kit. I was super excited when I got this. This is this setup looks really legit, even though like it's very inexpensive. So this one is particularly good for on-the-go shooting, and if you're just starting out with vlogging, I know it's a little bit hard, vlogging in public, so it's very nice because it's nice and small and discreet. So if you just want to go like this and shoot, very close to your face, you can do that. Or you can just place it like discreetly on the edge of your desk to shoot you and your friends studying. It doesn't take up that much space, and it doesn't look very aggressive, as some might put it, because some tripods look really aggressive, and this one is just not aggressive at all. And it's very light and easy to carry. So it's very good for on-the-go portable shooting. Highly recommend. The second tripod that I have is the Joby GorillaPod 3K. And right now I don't have any mount on it, but I usually have the phone mount on this, but I'm using it right now for shooting, so that's why I don't have it on. But this one is really nice for when you're outdoors, because sometimes you have surfaces like rocks and stuff that aren't flat, but you want to shoot because it has the right height. And so this one allows you to adjust the leg height. And so if there's like a bumpy rock, like you can put it like this and it'll, oh, sorry, that's not, it happens, don't worry. You can shoot it like this, and so there's like a little bit of a bump here, then you know you can compensate for it. So it's very good for outdoor and like going out kind of vlogging shoots, and it can be a selfie stick as well because you can hold it like this, but it's also a tripod, so it's very versatile in its use. I definitely recommend for anyone who's more on the outdoor side. And this one does look a little bit aggressive, I have to say, in terms of how the tripod looks. It's very in your face about being a vlogger or being a content creator. So if you're a little bit shy, I recommend the first one, but if you're not super shy and you just want something that's versatile, then I recommend this. And the last tripod. And the last tripod I'm using, I'm shooting on right now, so let me adjust the setup so I can show you. The last tripod I use is from SLIK. Out of the tripods that I use, this is the most heavy duty one, even though as far as tripods go, not very heavy duty, but in my lineup of tripods, it's the most sturdy one. This is the SLIK 24238. I couldn't find a name for it, but that's the model number, and I'll link it down below. But it's the Japanese Amazon, and I believe it's out of stock because I couldn't really find it on the internet. I couldn't find it on their official website as well. So I don't know what's going on, but I got it in Japan. It actually extends, this guy, which is very cool. Can't show you guys the full length of it, but it extends to 105 centimeters, which is pretty tall. And you can lock the legs for, you know, support and stuff like that. And it actually comes with a built-in phone mount, which I don't have on. I have like an external one right now, but I'll show you. This is actually my favorite phone mount, by the way. This is from Ulanzi as well, but it's the metal one. It really secures your phone nicely, and so this is my favorite phone mount of all, out of all the tripods that I have and all the phone mounts I have, my fave. But this one comes with a built-in phone mount that you go like this. You can clamp your phone. It's a little bit difficult to use just because the clamping is based on like how tight this part is, and so it's sometimes a little bit difficult to put your phone in and you feel like you're gonna like break your phone. So that's why I have the external mount on it. But if you just want to use this as is, like you don't need an external anything on it, you can just use this as is, which is very nice in my opinion because it packs pretty nicely. Without this on top, it makes it a lot shorter and a lot more compact. And it's actually only 800 grams, so it's not that heavy, which is nice, even though it extends to that height. So I use this mainly for my more setup shots, like my YouTube videos, and also for my Instagram photos. I like to take this guy out with me, out and about, and then I can set it up and, you know, shoot my Instagram photos as if somebody else were shooting it for me, which is very nice. And so I highly recommend this to anyone who wants like a tripod, you know, like a tripod that can be compact but also act more like a tripod in the sense of like taking family pictures and, you know, setting up shots with your friends. Like if you're going to Disney, you can totally take this. It's very light and you can use it as like a selfie stick, but you can also extend it to be a tripod, and so you can set up like shots with your friends. So, you know, very versatile in that sense. Different kind of versatile from this guy because this guy doesn't really extend in terms of height, but you know, it doesn't really pick an environment that you can use it in. So versatile in that sense. This one is versatile in the sense that you can adjust the height. And so I honestly recommend this. If you're just getting one tripod and you're gonna invest in one tripod, I recommend getting this guy because of just the flexibility you have with the height and everything. But it is definitely a little bit more aggressive on the visual side, and so if you're a little bit shy starting out, this might not be the tripod for you. But yeah, that's the gear that I use for my YouTube videos. I hope this was helpful, and if you're thinking of starting a YouTube channel, I hope that this inspired you and made you realize that you really don't need a fancy camera and a fancy setup to really get this thing started. Thank you for watching. Leave a like if you like this video, it really helps out a lot, and comment down below which tripod you would get if you were starting a YouTube channel, even if you're not starting one. I'm just curious which one is the most popular. And if you like content like this, or you would like to see my face again, make sure to subscribe down below for more content like this. And I'll see you in the next one. Bye!